This therapist in Utah already had a website set up and wanted to gain keyword rankings, website traffic, and of course, increased revenue, which is exactly what we specialize in here at Overflow Cafe. Today, the client gets daily traffic from Google, Maps, social media, and all the major AI search platforms like ChatGPT and everything else, all without ads. In fact, they've been able to reduce their ad spend by over 90%. So they get 35 new paying patients every single month, over 200 top ranking keywords, more than 700 monthly visitors, and more than 3,700% increase in AI visibility. In this video, you'll see the consultation we did for the client and what specific work we propose doing for them in order to help them achieve their revenue goal. Let's jump right into the details and don't forget to like and subscribe. Your website is where I'm going to start at. Um, I was not able to run a Google audit on your website because the actual website code is blocking auditors. Usually, a website owner will install such code in order to protect people from copying the text. And it does work to help people copy, to prevent them from copying the text. But then it also prevents Google from properly indexing your pages. So I tell everybody, whether you work with us or not, please remove all of that code and you will notice that your traffic will actually almost instantaneously go up. This website is not set up the way that I would set it up. Now, I'm a computer nerd. I've been doing this for more than 26 years. So I'm not just nitpicking. Google has a guide called Google Webmaster Guidelines, and they basically talk about how you should build a website, how it should be coded and structured in order to make Google happy and so that you can rank really well in search engines. So, in this specific case, I would rebuild this website almost completely. Okay, so your authority score is 7 out of 100. I would probably be able to increase that to 25 out of 100 within 1 year. You're currently getting 117 visitors per month from Google. I'd be able to increase this substantially, and I'll get into the details in a moment. Looks like you are running some ads. I won't get into that in this video, but you have 128 backlinks. I would be able to increase this to probably north of 500, again, within 1 year's time. What'll end up happening is your website traffic will just progressively go up month by month by month. So this will go 100, 200, 300, 4, 5, etc., until you have as much traffic as you possibly can have, and then it will just start to taper off. And I'd focus on sustaining that. You currently rank for 119 different phrases in Google. Let's take a look at some of those phrases. So you're only on page 1 for 2 phrases. Breaking Barriers Therapy, of course, your business name, and there are 110 people who go to Google every month who search that phrase. And so you're getting 87 visits from that. So 87 people out of 110 actually click and they end up on your website itself. Now, speech therapy BLS, speech therapist BLS, 40 people search that per month and you're spot 7. So you could go to Google right now and you'll see that. There are other phrases that are really good as well, but you're way down here. Let's take a look at some of the possibilities though. I'm going to use this seed phrase, speech therapy. And for the United States, every month, 40,000 people go to Google and they type this phrase, speech therapy, exactly as you see it displayed on your screen. However, there are 57,000 keyword variations that total over 500,000 monthly searches. So speech therapy near me, speech therapy for toddlers, pediatric speech therapy. They're not all going to be useful to you, but many of these 57,000 variations will be very useful to you. And if you look at this column over here, labeled volume, you'll see that there's a tremendous amount of search volume to be had. There are also 2,800 questions that total over 20,000 monthly searches. So, what is speech therapy? 1,300 people go to Google every month and they type that in. So, we would be ranking your website for all of these various. I'm using speech therapy as an example. I understand that you also perform other services, but for the purpose of keeping this short, let's just stick to speech therapy. We would want to rank you for some of these, and then there are related keywords as well. The total over 513,000 monthly searches. So you think about 500,000 and 500,000 and 20,000. You're well over 1 million monthly searches. Speech therapy, speak therapy, and then people are spelling speech incorrectly. They're not they're not using spaces properly. And so there's just tons and tons and tons of business to be had. So I usually at this stage, I tell you very specifically the things that I would fix, and I would show you proof via a website audit report. But I'm not able to run that website audit report to show you or even to email you because your website is blocking it. So I would actually have to manually audit your website. But I see things that are broken. So right up here, your website, it just says home. And this is what's called a title tag. And your title tag just says home. So you actually want to change this to something like speech therapy or speech therapist, Salt Lake City, Utah. You want to change that up here. And so what ends up happening is people will go to Google and they'll go speech therapist, Salt Lake City, Utah. And then Google's like, oh, I know that this website, Breaking Barriers, also says that right up here. And we would change this instead of Breaking Barriers, which is your business name. We would actually change that to, probably wouldn't change it to speech therapy because you do more than that. So we would rewrite this to have all the right keywords. This section here is extremely important. And the first 100 words, Google will oftentimes just look at the first 100 words of your website and they'll just rank you according to those 100 words. So you have to be very cautious about how you lay out this hero section of your website and then the services section of your website. You unfortunately need to balance it for both Google and the actual visitor, the human visitor of your website. I like the content. I mean, I've read through the content, not just on the homepage, but several of the services page and several of the about us. I will tell you regarding your top menu, it is way too big. There's just too much stuff here, and it's not clustered properly. So about us shouldn't have so many drop down items. Testimonials should be called reviews, and that should have its own line item or menu item, top menu item. And you don't need all of these details under about us. That should probably be in a frequently asked questions or something along those lines. I know you have a FAQ here, but it's okay to have a page that's totally dedicated to FAQ. Career opportunities doesn't even belong in the top menu. It actually belongs way down here in the footer. Google is also looking for terms of service, privacy policy, a link to your sitemap down here in the footer of your website. And I know it sounds like nitpicking, but you actually gain points in search engines, in Google specifically for doing this, also Bing and Yahoo as well. But even like you've got your full address, but you forgot to put your country. So if you'll put down here USA or United States, you gain a point with Google. And every time you gain these points, all of your scores go up. And so you end up gaining. So your authority score goes up, and then your traffic will go up. You're more likely to get backlinks and so on and so forth. And you're more likely to rank for more keywords and for better keywords. And so you'll see all of your graphs go up, up, up. That's as much information as I can share with you today. That consult was done back in 2022. So obviously today we have a much bigger to-do list in order to keep up with all of the many changes that are happening with digital marketing. The impact of SEO is exponential. When done correctly, SEO continues to pay off forever. This means that revenue continues to go up while advertising costs continue to go down. To recap the project, we had to fix up the website and then perform ongoing SEO. The results: 35 new paying patients every single month without ads, over 200 top ranking keywords, more than 700 monthly visitors, and a 3,700% increase in AI visibility. I hope this video gave you a better understanding of what modern SEO actually looks like and how powerful it can be for a business like yours. Companies usually invest 1 to 2% of their annual revenue into SEO because the return on investment can be incredible. If you'd like help growing your website rankings, traffic, and revenue, please visit my website link in the video description below for a 90-day free trial. Thanks for watching, and if this video was any use to you, please like and subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video.